Hi guys, I'm here with Arena Wynn,
Hey.
founder of World Microblading, and we're going to chat a little bit about microblading today and kind of some of your frequently asked questions and kind of get your experience since you obviously are a certified microblader and have been for quite a long time. So first of all, how do you kind of get started? I know like I get this question a lot. You guys, how do we get started microblading? What's the first step?
Well, that's actually a really good question, and it should be before you actually make up your mind and consider if you want to have a career in microblading or not. You should really pay attention to this webinar, because basically at the end of this webinar you're gonna figure out if this is worth your time and your investment, because this is not an easy job. In fact, it takes a lot of work, it takes a lot of commitment, but hey, it's better than finishing a college before years and being there for 200 grand at the end of your college. At least you'll figure out in 2 hours if this is for you, and if you decide that this is for you, the good news is that you could learn microblading as fast as it's in 5 days, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's like one of the best ways to spend 5 days of your life, and it can totally turn your life around in 5 days. So I know there's a lot of different ways to get certified and to get started microblading. So kind of, what are the different ways that we can get certified, and which one's best, or what options are there out there? Can you really learn online? Kind of, what's your favorite way to learn how to microblade?
Gotcha. So basically there are several ways that you could learn microblading, starting with the workshops, with private training, and ending up with learning microblading online. And yes, you could learn it online too. It's not the ideal scenario, and I'll always wise to get a live hands-on training, either a private training or a workshop training, because nothing can actually beat the practice and hands-on. And like having an instructor that has like years of experience, like holding your hand and correcting you, it's about the skill, but it's about the confidence that that in case that you're doing something wrong, you're actually learning how to do it. But at the end of the day, it's what you pay is what you get. If you want to go big and you're really serious about it, you should really consider to get an in-person training. I would advise to not get any training less than covering the basics, which is gonna be either a 3-day training, or there are online training programs as well, very compressive, that they will show you all the theory. So don't get a shortcut. You're not gonna be able to learn microblading from a video tutorial on YouTube. Either though we cover a lot over here, there are certain things and very specific that you should actually learn, how to get your bloodborne pathogen test, and actually very specific things that you actually only learn during the training program. So no matter that you're getting an in-person training or a online training, you have to make sure that it's very compressive and covers all the bases and the health department requirements and the hours that they require on your state. By example, at World Microblading, we provide a 3-day class, we provide a 5-day class, we provide private training for people that they really want to be like one-on-one with the trainer and they are really serious about it. But in the other hand, we are providing an online training. And actually, I've seen a story like a few days ago in our special community group that it blew my mind. Have you seen that girl that she got certified in 5 days and she did 3 models in 1 day, and her work is absolutely outstanding?
Yes, I think that she did, the procedures look amazing, and I think she did it on day 6 of learning how to microblade.
Yeah, either day 5 or day 6, and she literally learned from her kitchen table. So she got her training and she passed all the modules, and she submitted her homework, and she worked one-on-one with the instructor. And I mean, it's all about your commitment. It's what you're putting on and what you put on the table. This is what you're gonna bring back home. If you're not serious about it, just don't waste your money nor your time, because there is no shortcut to success in pretty much nothing really.
Right.
Yeah. Unless, I don't know, you win lotto or give us a tip like how to make more than
please.
more than this.
Please. Yeah. So, I mean, I think it's really great that, you know, there's an online option, because I know that, you know, a lot of, you know, I talk to a lot of students all the time, and they're single moms, and maybe they're working 2 jobs and they don't have anyone to take care of the kids, so they really cannot travel, or, you know, like they live somewhere where, you know, there's not any local classes available, like, you know, Minnesota or, you know, Idaho or something like that, and then kind of far away to travel. So it's awesome that, you know, there's also an option for them to at least, you know, get them introduced to microblading and seeing, you know, getting them started.
If you really want to learn, you're going to learn from anywhere in the world. So like a short background for you guys that they don't know where I come from. I'm performing microblading since 7 years ago, and by that time there are no trainings, there are no professional needles, so each of us, we kind of like practice I slice my arms, my legs, and I practice by myself.
Do not do that.
Do not do that. I mean, you have an option those days, but on those times before we actually made the curriculum and the training program, there was nobody to teach us. So we were like 3 people in the industry that were performing microblading. I remember it was me, it was Branko, and it was Rebecca. Like all 3 of us, like we ended up like having like international training centers, and like nobody taught anyone, because it was like that kind of competition thing, which I believe that competition is for horses, not for artists. And they didn't understand that together we can make a pie, a bigger pie. They thought that they're gonna share the pie. I always believe like if somebody would have helped me to kind of like grow the industry from the beginning, would have been like so much further away earlier. But hey, we are improving every day. But the bottom line is like, if you want to learn, you will learn from your kitchen table with an online training or with a physical training. But it's all about you, what you're actually putting on, like the work itself and the practice, because this is not a talent, this is a skill. And how do you gain the skill? With practice more and more and more. If you're not willing to actually like practice, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I think like that's one of also the most common questions I get asked, like, do I need to be artistic? You know, do I need to have a background in you know, do I have to be a cosmetologist? Do I have to be an esthetician? You know, do you think that that plays into the success of microblader, to have some sort of innate talent? Or
let's start with the talent thing. You know me quite well, and you know how non-artistic I am. So I literally can't draw a Christmas tree, right? So they are literally doing all the artistic things for my daughter's birthday, because I'm so unartistic. The only thing that I can draw on this earth, they are eyebrows. Like literally, I can only draw eyebrows. So that's the only thing that I perform, because it's like, it's my skill. So once I got the proportions, like I made it so easy that any person in this earth, if they have like common sense and they understand how to connect the points with a measurement ruler, you could draw eyebrows. And there is a fun fact, actually, how I got my first training, right? How I actually joined the industry. Not many people know about it. So I followed the lady for like 1 year. She was an amazing artist. Her work was outstanding, right? And I had no desire ever to think about being a microblading artist. I was in law school, right? That was like back in the history. So I've done my eyebrows, because I was not blessed with eyebrows. And I went to her and I done my eyebrows. Great, talented artist. And I was curious about the business, because she had like customers in and out and was like really expensive. And I was like, what, this girl must make a lot of money here. Like, let's see what's the opportunity. And she was very, I'm doing trainings. If you want to do my training, like you have to pay 600 euro and I'm going to teach you how to do it. Awesome. So I paid 600 euro, which, trust me, 600 euro by that time will have the equivalent of $10 million today for me, right? So this is how much 600 euro meant for me, because I'm coming from poverty. So I was like dirt poor. Don't figure out what was going on there, because you're not gonna look awful. Your customer won't look awful, so they will be able to go right away after the procedure, rather than be swollen and like, yeah, you could be a little bit red, but like after like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, is like completely
calms down.
Yes, it calms down. And people will see an improvement. They'll see something is there, but they won't just like figure out. They'll be like,
Yeah.
Yeah, what's going on there?
What's different? So, okay, now that, we talked about the different methods, another question is, okay, so how much? How much do I need to invest to become a microblader? How much do I need to get trained? So, I would love to get kind of your feedback on, what is, acceptable and what is, industry standard, because you've been in the industry, and, is this a worthwhile investment?
Okay. So again, at the end of the day, it's what you pay is what you get, right? But I'm a college graduate, and now there is this huge opinion about going to college or not, and I have so many friends, and we actually even discussed yesterday that you think that it's insane that people are getting out of the college with 250,000 on debt, and they basically either hard
they
get
make
jobs.
like $40,000
Yes.
a year, or they make whatever $70,000 a year.
That's a big one, but
yeah.
And I actually have a friend that he's doing his master's degree now, and he's paying $250,000 for his master's degree, and I think it's insane. So, short story, I am a law grad, I passed the bar, and I quit on the day of graduation. So I woke up in the morning, okay, we went on a party in the night. I'm gonna show you my smile in the party day, right? Everybody had like a huge white smile. I was wearing a fancy dress. We were at the party till 5 in the morning, right? And I look at everybody's smile. So I woke up at 8, 9 in the morning. Everybody was excited to go pick up our licenses. We were still tipsy.
Right.
My first time in my life when I got tipsy, I was like, I made it. I am a lawyer. I made it in life, right? So I woke up at 8, 9 in the morning, and I look in the mirror, and I was like, I don't think I want to do this for the rest of my life.
Oh no, too late.
Too late after 5 years. So I was like, I called one of my friends, and I was like, let's go have brunch instead, because I'm not gonna ever pick up my diploma. And to be frankly, by that time I was already performing microblading, and I had a killer 6-figure business. So I was like, I want to have the shortcut, and I want to make money and be successful and retire young. I don't want to work 1 month to build my way up for a pair of shoes when I can buy that pair of shoes while working 1 hour and doing microblading. So short, long story, right? Microblading trainings, like an online training, start with $1,000, and they can end up anywhere to $20,000, depends on where you're going. But the average industry, I would say, for a really comprehensive microblading training, 3 to 5 days, anywhere between 5 and 7 grand. But comparing with 250 grand and 5 years vs 5 days and 5 grand, I think I'm gonna take the shortcut. And I don't know. I'm not bashing colleges here. That's not my job, probably Strom's job to do that. But I'm telling you my honest feedback. I gave up my law license, which is people will kill to have that. My mom didn't believe in me, and she was like, are you crazy? I'm gonna do eyebrows rather than be a judge. This is not something legit. You can't break the path of the family and all that crap. I'm like, watch me. Watch me.
Yeah, I think it's it is an investment, definitely, but it's such a worthwhile investment. And if you can charge let's say mid-range of the national average, which is from $600 to $800, what is that? That's
Tell us about
10 procedures?
Tell us about Michelle from Oklahoma.
Yes, so Michelle actually graduated from our 5-day class about a year ago, I believe. She lives in Oklahoma. She charges $300 per service because of her demographic and her area. But she is booked solid. So she works I'm sure 8 hours, 10 hours a day.
How much
6
money
days
did she
a week.
make last I've seen?
So she was bringing in about almost $30,000 a month in Oklahoma. And I actually Googled the average house price in Oklahoma, and I think it was like $148,000, which means that I think in like 6-7 months she can purchase a house in
like
cash.
in a huge mansion. Yeah. I think I'm moving to Oklahoma, to be honest with you. I've never seen, to be honest with you, not only in the beauty industry, I've never seen a more lucrative business that after 5 days you could charge top dollars per hour. So basically, actually one of my best friends, he was like making fun of me that, yeah, you're making more than your trial lawyers per hour. And like, I mean, like, I don't know many lawyers, even I live in one of the expensivest zip codes in the world. I don't know many lawyers in LA unless they work for a big firm that they charge $400 an hour. Yeah. Like, there are people in the Zoom that we use for paperwork that we pay them $50 an hour. And I mean, like, really, you know?
Yeah. And you know, a lot of people are like, okay, well, I don't live in Los Angeles, I don't live in New York, I don't live in Miami, I don't live in, you know, Houston or Dallas. You know, I don't think that there's a big need for this. Well, that's like a perfect example. Michelle lives in, I think she lives in rural Oklahoma. I don't even think
I don't think
like
she lives in Oklahoma
City.
No.
I honestly don't think she lives in a major city, and she's making you know, an incredible amount of money, and it's not just a good income. I think it borders on, you know, changing her life. Because that's an amount that isn't just like, okay, like I'm doing okay, you know, I have a job, it's cool.
That's like
this
F
is
you
like
money.
F you money.
Because like, think about it, like
you invest it just on compound interest alone.
Yeah, you know, we had Natasha Peace from Utah, right? So she made, I remember it was a live webinar, so we interviewed her how much money you made. I remember when she came to my class in Vegas, she could barely pay her bills. Like, she had tears in her eyes, and like you could see that she was struggling so much. And she made 400 grand last year just with microblading, and we asked, and she was like so mad, and I was like, are you kidding me? Those are like F your money. Yeah. Like, are you serious? And she was like, yeah, I wanted to do 500 grand, but I didn't. And I'm like, why didn't you? And the year was not ended, it was like August. So she made from January to August 400 grand, and then she had a huge belly in the same time, and I'm like, what did stop you? And like, well,
she's like pregnant.
Hello, like, this stopped me. I can't bend on my customers anymore, and I'm about to give birth any moment right now. So actually I had to stop 2 weeks ago because I couldn't work anymore, and that's why I couldn't make 500 grand. So she made from like January to August 400 grand. And I mean,
and she's in Utah, so again, not a major city.
If that doesn't change your life, to be honest with you, I don't know what changed your life. But we also have like people, like, for example, Maria, right? Single mom, just give birth to her child. Her child has special needs, like my daughter. And maybe you don't want to make 400,000 a year, but maybe you just want to give a better living and be able to support your child
and have the flexibility to, you know, spend time with your child, or, you know, if you're a single mom, you know, you want to be able to spend time with your kids. You know, microblading, we're just doing a couple of services. Like, you don't even need to be booked solid to make a very good living. I mean, like, we're talking about, you know, obviously, you know, $500,000 is a lot of services, is being like fully booked. But like, you know, if you're content with making $100,000, you know, you can just take a handful of clients a month or a week, and that's enough to make you $10,000 a month, which is what an average microblader makes, is $10,000 a month. And that can be achieved with just doing 4 or 5 services, you know, a week. That's less than 10 hours of work.
Honestly, to be like a 6-figure income, you have to make 8 grand a month. And that's really achievable with microblading, and actually the freedom that it gives you. I remember I had tears in my eyes because I like to go to the classes and speak with our students. Even though we have a lot of trainers around, sometimes I will still pop to the classes, and I would want to know where on that class. And I remember I've been in one of our classes last year, and one lady, she was in her 50s, and she changed her career from corporate to something completely new. And I was like, why would you give up your job? And when she told me that her husband is on a terminal level of cancer, and she just need to be able to pay the bills and spend as much time as he have left with him, she literally, like, in the same time I knew how much we can help her with that, but it broke my heart to know that, you know, like, things like that happen in life, you know, and you could, like, break a family, or like unexpected, like, diseases come, and then you need more time. Then money are not a priority anymore. Like, by example, for me right now, money are not a priority anymore, because I have things that are more meaningful, like helping my daughter to achieve her, you know, to keep up with her school, because she has special needs. So whatever drives you every day, either you want to, you know, either you want to travel the world and make more money, or help other people, or make those women feel more confident, or whatever drives you, or maybe you just want to buy that pretty dress that you always dream about it and you can't afford it because, you know, you have to wait for the salary, like paycheck to paycheck, and then you have to prioritize, you know, it's always about the priority. If you want to make it happen, like, tell me something that you really wanted and you're like, oh, this is so expensive. Did you not got it the next month you find a way how to do it?
You know, that their space, like, let's say that their salon suite, on the days that they're not there, it's just sitting there empty. And who doesn't want help paying rent? So if you approach a lash artist, a lash tech, or an esthetician, or a waxer, you know, that whole setup is already, like, set up for you. It's exactly the same. Just be like, hey, do you need it? You know, this is just sitting here. You don't take appointments on, you know, Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Can I pay you so I can use the space and I can take my appointments on Wednesdays and Tuesdays and Wednesdays? You know, it's a win-win. You know, they get help paying rent and you get, you know, to be able to get into a space for a very affordable cost. You know, you don't have to open up your whole spa and salon to get started. There's so many different you know, housing and different, you know, location options on the market, and there's something for everybody, every situation, every budget, you know. Every community has somewhere where you can do microblading. Tattoo parlors, great.
And also in many states you could actually work out of your home if you're licensed by the health department, and the health department is quite friendly about it, because it's not what microblading looks like. You don't do a surgery. So as long as you respect the health department requirements and they come and do an inspection, you could work out of your home.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't charge top dollars working on your basement, but if you don't want to make top dollars working in a like a suite or in a salon or in a medical spa, and if you're happy with like smaller money but no headache, you could do it out of your home too.
Yeah, I mean, so most counties in the United States do not have super strict regulations as it comes to microblading and the establishments, the body art license establishment regulations. So most homes or rooms, or even, like, you know, in a hair salon rooms, esthetician, spa rooms, it's very easy. They most likely already fall within the regulations, and if not, they're super easy to make small minor changes to get them up to code. So really, it's not difficult at all. You know, I actually did a calculation that to get started, overhead cost in Los Angeles was under $1,000, and that is getting both your body art practitioner license, getting your body art establishment license from the health department, getting a massage table, a lamp, insurance, all under $1,000. So, and you know, the classes do come with product kits. They're very large. They are good for up to 20 services. So you should have 15 or 16 paid services left in your kit, so you don't have to worry about making a big supply order. You can find a massage table on Amazon for like 80 bucks. You can find a ring light on, you know, Walmart or Amazon for like, you know, under $50. There really is, you know, a budget for everybody, and there's, you know, room for everybody in every single budget. So I think, you know, don't let that hold you back, because it is so easy to get started.
But again, that's not gonna happen if you don't put your work, right? Nobody's gonna come and be like, hey, this is your license, and here, customers won't beg you to come and do their service unless you actually do the work and actually get yourself established and all that. Like, you know, like, again, I am a strong believer that everything can be achieved as long as there is intent and you're putting your effort. It's not about money here, right? It's about the effort, and it's about the time and the commitment. Like, okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm serious about it.
Yeah. Another really frequently asked question that I would love to like pick your brain about. So obviously, you know, microblading, you know, in the last couple years has really blown up. And you know, as it starts to get more popular, obviously more regulation comes into play. So I would love to get, you know, I have a lot of people who call us like from, you know, New Jersey or South Carolina, states that have a little bit more restrictive licensing laws and permit and body art license regulations. So, you know, what's your thoughts on that?
Okay, so you know that I'm a bit like more different than a majority. How would I think? If you would ask me as an artist, let's say I get microblading license today, I will ask my instructor, what's the most regulated state in the entire United States? And if, let's say, she's telling me Jersey, I'm gonna be the next day one-way ticket to Jersey. Why? Because it's so easy to establish yourself like an authority, like I did in Norway. I had people literally flew all over the Europe to get their microblading done because it was Irina, and also that she was the first one and she was so damn good. Maybe there were other artists better than me, but nobody knew about them because, you know, they were not there like breaking the ice. So I would go in those cities and I will do all that hell that it takes, which is not really a big deal. It's more like working under apprenticeship.
Yes.
And like, you know, so actually I like the idea of working under apprenticeship, but I'm going to talk in a second about it. But why I will go in those cities? Because I want to be the one that, you know, set up the standards, set up the price, and I don't want to compete with the regular Jane that she's charging $200 on her basement. I want to be the one that when people call the health department, oh, we have an artist that she's legit, her name is Irina, why don't you go to her? And then I will charge a leg and an arm, right? Because I can't, because there is nobody else. And the customers, the only reason why they don't get microblading is because they are not artists over there. So yeah, it might be a little bit difficult, but why don't you use the disadvantage on your advantage? Like, that's how I will think. So if I will ever, let's say, something fail big time in my business and I have to ever come back to microblading, which is a skill that, guess what, nobody can take from me. So no matter that shit goes bad, I can't be a lawyer, I get in trouble, I don't know what could possibly happen, that I lose my job, which I'm very fortunate to have it right now. I will look in the city on the map that is most regulated because it's like zero competition, and I will make the law there. That's number one. That's how I will do it.
For free. So there really is a very small amount of risk, and you know,
there's no risk really.
There really isn't no risk. Yeah. If you know that you're a hustler, you're resourceful, you know, there is no risk with this training because you do have the 100% satisfaction guarantee. You have, you know, the lifetime support. So, you know, even when you start taking clients, if you have any questions, if you know, don't know how to proceed with a client, you know, our closed Facebook group is amazing. Irina herself is there. 24 hours.
Almost.
All of our trainers, thousands of alumni that, you know, might have been microblading now for like 3-4 years. So they are, you know, have a lot of advice to give, and you know, if you post something, usually within 24 hours you have a couple responses. So
I think that's really amazing actually, with the satisfaction guarantee and actually the lifetime support. So we're not gonna kick you out after 3 months, or we're not gonna charge you extra money after 3 months in order to support you. You're there forever, for as long as you need it, because we hope one day you're gonna be part of our team helping other new artists how to actually perform microblading and help them and hold their hand. So our journey doesn't end up here. Like, we are expanding and we need trainers every single day. So we are literally looking to pick some of our best students, and they are like not really good artists. Back to my history, I'm not actually looking only at the artists when we are getting people to train other people. We look at people that actually want to share and help others to succeed. So that's actually a thing that we care mostly about. But I mean, the 5-day class is so comprehensive. That's why we're giving satisfaction guarantee, because it's like a no-brainer. You learn everything, including saline removal. So in case that you're making a mistake, you learn how to fix it right away. And I don't know any academy is actually teaching you how to fix a mistake on the spot, right? And then you're learning how to do soft ombre effect and that kind of like ombre eyebrow, so you mix it with the strokes as well. And I don't know many academies teaching that. And also tattoo correction, because there are like so many failed tattoos from previous artists. So I mean, it's so comprehensive, this 5-day training, that is gonna give you such a good base to start with. And again, if you have any questions, we are there for you. Like, you're not alone.
And it's not just on the technical side, it's also like business, you know, or just kind of, you know, picking people's brains, just like, you know, asking the community, you know, how did you market yourself? You know, how did you increase your business? Hey, have you tried, you know, Living Social? Have you tried Groupon? You know, what is your experience with it? Or, you know, whatever, just getting, you know, different opinions and different experiences. And I think that, you know, being in a group that empowers you, and it's like a very like safe and
it's
encouraging
tribe, you know,
environment, is a really great place to, you know, just kind of network with other professionals like yourself. You know, I also wanted to go back to the 5-day program. I know that, you know, you were talking about the soft shading, the ombre soft shading. You talking about color corrections and how to do the saline removal, how to remove old pigment. But I also wanted to you know, kind of go into the amount of live models that you complete in our training. So most academies let you do most of your hands-on practice on latex or doll heads, and you might get to do like one procedure on a person. And while
on one half of a eyebrow.
yeah. So while, you know, thankfully, we have a latex now, and you don't have to practice on your arm like when Arena started. You know, there's nothing that's gonna beat having to have a live person on the table, and, you know, having to ask, you know, hey, you know, managing their discomfort, or, you know, just dealing with, you know, a consultation and things like that. And the fact that in our 3-day training, you do 2 full procedures with the instructors present, from consultation all the way up to aftercare. And then in the 5-day class, you complete 4 full procedures. You know, that really increases your confidence that, you know, you've done this before from beginning to end. Like, you're not, you know, just doing one procedure and then just practicing on doll heads or latex, and you're also not sharing one model with 5 students where you're only doing like 2 strokes and then, okay, next person come in, you know, like, you're doing the full procedure from consultation, facial mapping, everything, all the way through, you know, giving them the aftercare instructions and sending them home. So, you know, getting that full experience is gonna really build up your confidence to really, you know, step outside of that classroom with your certification and be like, all right, let's start taking clients. Like our online training, who literally graduated and she was already doing 3 procedures, like,
6 days after?
Yeah, like 6 days after. So, you know, that's the kind of confidence that you get. And I think that that's, you know, something that World Microblading offers that not a lot of other academies do.
And check out our Facebook page. Just go like Facebook, just like write World Microblading on Facebook, or check out our Instagram. You're gonna see all those successful stories, or go to YouTube. We literally have thousands of testimonials and real stories, like real people like you, like me. People that actually made it, and they just share their honest feedback and how microblading actually changed their life. and you're gonna see a lot of stories over here and how we actually help those people to achieve their dreams and to, you know, help Maria to raise her child like a single mom, or help Vanessa to, I don't know, book her trip to Caraíbe that she always wanted, or whatever drives you. You know, like we see those stories every single day and we are so proud of them, because basically this is what we work for at the end of the day, you know, bringing value in your guys' life.
You every day for 5 days, or, you know,
Parking is not included.
Parking, where am I gonna park? Or, you know, oh, I have to, you know, stay overnight, or, you know, who's gonna watch my child for those 3 days or those 5 days? It's only 5 days. Like, you know, again, it's being resourceful and making a small effort. It's being temporarily uncomfortable for a lifetime of freedom and being able to make your own decisions and financial freedom, and all those things. So, you know, yes, you might have to drive an hour for, you know, each way. You have to commute for an hour. You know, you might have to commute for 2 hours. You might need to stay, you know, in Chicago or New York, or, you know, wherever, if you're traveling.
Which is not the worst case scenario.
And, you know, I always say, okay, if you have to fly into somewhere, if you have no class near you, take a class in Vegas and make it also a vacation while you're at it.
I mean,
you might even cover your tuition before you even leave.
I mean, the worst case scenario, you could gamble on a gamble.
Yeah, there you go.
So I mean, you know, at the end of the day, it's day one or one day, you know, and it's all about you, and you know, it's about being, you know, trust me, financial freedom is so sweet. Like, I've traveled nearly 60 countries, and I've seen a lot of things for my age, and I give back to the people that they need it. And I mean, knowing that you wake up tomorrow and you don't have to be worried for the rest of your life just because you know your kids are safe, probably is the sweetest feeling that I could have ever had in my life. So, I mean, think of the things that you could do whenever you have a freedom, like spend time. And let's talk about like not planning your life 3 years ahead just because you have a noisy boss, and just like be able, you know what, I'm going to Disney today with your kids, or I'm gonna take a full day off and go to a spa, or just go to a romantic dinner with my husband, and don't be worried about, you know, I have to go to bed to like 10 p.m. because I have to wake up at 5, you know, and just be able to have a nanny, like, you know, like take time for yourself.
I only want to work 2 days a week, and I want to make $3,000 a week, and I only work 2 days.
And that's enough.
And that's enough. And then I spent all 5 days, you know, with my children, helping out in their school, or, you know, going to PTA meetings, sitting on the PTA board,
and volunteering,
or, you know, doing whatever you're passionate about, volunteering at your local animal shelter, or, you know, being able to, you know, go out and take college classes. You know, maybe this is just a means to an end. Maybe you do want to be a lawyer. What if you could work your way through law school and not end up with $200,000 in student debt, because you could literally pay off your law degree with
my dream is still to be a lawyer, be a pro bono lawyer, and you know.
So, you know, microblading, it just opens the door to be able to have the freedom to make your life look like what you want it to look like, whether that be financial freedom, whether that be more time with your family,
and I mean,
whether that be a successful business owner, whatever you're passionate about.
People find happiness in different ways. Like we have a dear friend that she loves to volunteer at every single event of school. In fact, she's organizing my daughter's birthday, and I don't think she could be happier than that, right? So I find happiness traveling with my family. She finds happiness shopping. So we are so different.
Also volunteering at animal shelters, right? not just shopping.
No,
I do compulsively shop.
Yeah. So, you know, we are different, and different things drive us. So, but trust me, like having that financial freedom and be like, yeah, I'm accomplished. It's like, it's priceless.
Yeah.
And you could do that too.
Yeah.
We're not here to brag. We are here to help you. Because, you know, it feels lonely to be in the top while you see people struggling around you and, you know, being broke. I want to have girlfriends that when I go out, we don't have to take out our credit cards to share the bill. Like, I want to have that thing that it's common sense that at a point one of us will pay without even thinking how we're gonna share the bill or share a trip or something. I want to have those girlfriends that I hang with, and like, you know, like a family. Like, I want to see you guys successful, and I want you to be there with us, you know, like have fun and enjoy life, because you only live once. Like,
that's it. There's no guarantees.
Yeah.
We literally could be dead in an hour from now,
Yep.
and this is gonna be awesome as our last will and testament to the world.
Yeah.
Telling you about how to get certified to microblade. But again, you know, if you're waiting for reasons why not to do it, you will find a million reasons why not to do it. And there really only is one reason to do it, and that is, I think it outweighs all the
there are
cons.
a million reasons why you should do it, like right now. And
It's for yourself.
Yeah, it's for you and
It's
for your family.
for your family, because if you do this for yourself, you'll be able to have the opportunity to be able to offer, you know, so much more, not only to yourself, but also to your family, to your friends, to your community. And I just think that, again, don't be shut down or don't be discouraged by challenges, or, you know, don't be scared of being uncomfortable for a temporary period, for a lifetime of comfort and freedom. So again, you know, if you need to find a babysitter for 5 days, it's a worthwhile investment. If you have to travel and commute for an hour and a half, you know, to take a class, do it. It's only 5 days, you know, it's 5 consecutive days, it's 3 consecutive days. And if you cannot make, you know, if it's just not feasible for you, take an online class, but just jump. I think like that is like
Say
the message.
yes and
say
you
yes.
figure it out.
Say
Like,
yes, figure it out. Once you say yes,
like you have nothing to lose. Like,
those little details are not so big to overcome. And you know, it's very easy to find solutions and to figure it out.
it's easier to find excuses rather than solutions, but excuses, they are for losers. So why would you want to be like, if there is something that I could tell to myself 10 years ago, would be like, don't go to law school and like learn microblading earlier, and now have like probably 10 times more money that I actually have, and I will be able to do a lot more things with my life. And yeah, like whatever drives you. And again, if you make it that far, you didn't come this far to go just this far, right? And you're amazing, and wherever you are, if this is not the right fit for you, I hope you took whatever it was positive out of this presentation, because the only purpose here was not to sell you anything. It was to make you understand if this is the right fit for you, and if you're ready to sign up and to change your life, we are right here for you. And you should learn from our previous student stories and change your life.
Yeah, I mean, I just think, you know, and if you still are kind of, you know, I have questions, I have concerns, you know,
could call me. I give you my number, 888-508-8303. So if you made it that far, you have my phone number, so you could call me. And
yes. And you
what's
know,
yours?
Mine is 424-433-5933. I am more than happy to sit on the phone with you guys, go through everything, you know, help in any way I can, to make sure that you guys have all the information to make the right decision, because I am here. I think I'm a big believer. I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm just here to give you the information so you can make a proper decision for yourself and decide if this is a good fit for you. You know, I just want to empower you with information, and, you know, encouragement and positivity, and then, you know, you make your decision out of, you know, with all that information. And I just hope that, you know, whatever you get out of this, you just feel empowered, like Arena said, said, you know, if microblading's not for you, that's totally cool. I hope you take all of this positivity and you find whatever you're really passionate about and kill it. If you decide that microblading's for you, then give us a call or just jump. Just jump.
And you'll figure it out later.
And figure it out later. Say yes. Say yes. Figure it out later. You will figure it out. And, you know, we're here to support you and help you through the process. And just here to, you know, help you out. And there's so many tools, you know, the lifetime support, the 100% satisfaction guarantee. There is, you know, the reference materials that you get to take home with you after the class. So, you know, if you need to reference it, or, you know, whatever you need, we have a business module. You know, you're worried, okay, so I don't think I'm gonna be able to find clients. All of our courses, all of our live courses have a business presentation. So you will walk out of that class knowing what steps to take to start your business, how to get going, how to get your license. You will walk out knowing, you know, how to charge and how to get your first 50 clients. Have a clear strategy of how to do that. Need more help? Cool. We have a business module that you can do. It's a webinar that is targeted just for microblading artists and beauticians, and it shows you how to market yourself and how to drive and increase your business. You know, whatever it is that you have doubts about, I'm pretty sure we have like
covered.
A resource or
a
tool that for that.
We are seeing that there are a lot of questions coming on. Please go ahead and post your question and comment below wherever you come from, why we're here today, and how we can help you. And in the next session, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna answer all the questions that guys might have, and stick around. Hi guys, I'm here with Ivy. She just got her eyebrows microblading using dual blade method, and she got also soft shading.
I love them so much. I'm so excited. I can't wait to show everyone.
How was your experience with war microblading?
I loved it. Everything went super smooth. I hardly had any pain. Everything was awesome.
Are you happy with the outcome?
Yes, I love it. It's so natural, and I can't wait to see it in 2 weeks. I'm actually going to tell my mom about you guys today.
And actually, you mentioned earlier that you're considering a career in learning microblading right now.
I think it would be a great career opportunity for me, and I haven't really been exactly sure what I wanted to do because I've been good at makeup.
Did it work overall to get microblading?
Yeah, definitely. I buy an eyebrow pencil at least once a month, and so hopefully now I don't have to buy any more eyebrow pencils.
Hopefully not. Thank you so much for coming, and
Yeah,
I will see you
thank
for the
you.
touch-up. Thank you guys.
How do you feel now that you have completed the microblading training, and what do you plan to do now?
I feel good, and I'm going to start microblading my clients.
Perfect. And how was your instructor?
She was very good, very informative.
Thank you. And what did you like most about the class?
Probably the last day of actually microblading.
And would you recommend this class, and why?
Yes, because I feel like it gives you a really good base of information for microblading.
How do you feel now that you've completed the basic training course?
I feel super excited. Super excited. I have been researching this company for probably over a year, and I can't believe that I finally
You
am
did
doing
it! What are you going to do with microblading?
Well, I own my own business, so I'm just going to incorporate this service into, I basically do makeup.
What did you like most about the class this week?
Oh boy, but there are a lot of things that I love. I think getting in, hands-on.
Yeah.
That was my favorite.
If you could recommend this class to anyone, would you, and why?
Yes, I would, absolutely. I think that there is a lot of information packed in 3 days, and it's definitely worth it. I'm very glad that I chose this company.
How do you feel now that you have completed the intensive microblading training?
Oh my God, it's the best feeling ever to do something. It's really success in your life. Then
Yeah.
we can do something in the future.
What are your plans to do now that you've completed the training?
I'm gonna start work with my friend, and then for training and more experience.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna open my own clinic.
How was the instructor?
The best, the best, the best. Very, very, very good. Very nice. Very kind.
What was your favorite part of the class?
Actually, I like everything, but like today was the last day, but
Yeah.
it's very important for me because I did my first model. But
Yes.
like my first model was like, you know, I was so excited. I was really nervous, but you helped me, Nina, a lot.
Aw.
You was next to me always.
Would you recommend the class and why?
Actually, because it's very good reviews, and like I heard about it, it's a long time ago, and for 3 days, my experience is really fabulous.
How do you feel now that you have completed the course, and what are your plans to do now?
I feel confident.
Awesome!
Now I can finally do it, and I'm planning on opening up something.
How is the trainer?
Amazing. Highly recommend. So fun and really, yeah, she's really good.
Thank you. What did you like most about the class?
I like that it was definitely like hands-on training. It was definitely a lot of work and a lot of homework.
Yes.
But it really like pushed you and like, you know, so I think that was really good.
Would you recommend the class, and if so, why?
Yes, like 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10?
How do you feel now that you've completed advanced microblading training?
I feel awesome.
Ooh, she did it!
Yes, I feel very awesome about this.
And what is your plan now that class is over? What are you going to take this skill set to do?
Well, I already have an office set up for myself, so what I'm going to do is check our bylaws with Colorado Springs here, and then once I figure that out, I'm ready to rumble there. At that
And it's
point.
been a lot. What was your favorite thing that we did in class?
Me, I'm a type of person that I like hands-on. I'm a hands-on person. Once I get in there and know what I'm doing, hey, the rest is history.
Yeah. How was Brittany, your instructor for the class?
Brittany is pretty awesome. She showed me that to keep up with the strokes, that was my main focus. You know, keep up with the strokes and make sure that I don't force it. Just let it come.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I did today, and I've shown that that's how
The
I
way
got
to
the
do
job
it.
done.
Yeah. Good. Do you recommend this class to anyone, and why?
I would recommend this class for a person that's serious about taking their career to a new career to the next level. That's what I suggest. I suggest it's all what you get within your training. You have to put something in to get something out.
Right.
How do you feel now that you have completed the advanced microblading training, and what are your plans to do now?
I feel very happy that I completed it. It was really an intense training, but I feel prepared and ready to go out and start working on more people. I can't wait to get a few more under my belt, and I feel confident and ready to do that.
So, how was the instructor?
She was fantastic. She pushed me a lot of times, and she did it in a roundabout way. You know, she would show me things, asking me questions, and helped me find solutions to problems all on my own, and I really appreciated her help.
What did you like most about the class?
Most about the class was just, I felt like we got a really extensive knowledge of everything that we needed. I don't feel like anything was left out. I like that it was the length of time that it was.
Would you recommend the class, and why?
Absolutely. I would absolutely recommend it. I think that the techniques are fantastic. I think that the products used are great, and I feel like I'm gonna get the results and the quality work that I want from what I produce.
How do you feel now that you have completed the training, and what are your plans to do now?
I feel very confident. I loved the training. Messina is really great at what she does, and I hope I can be as good as her one day. I'm gonna do this as my own business on the side, and I'm just gonna start off small and probably taking 2-3 clients maybe a day, if that. But I'm really excited. I'm very confident, and I feel like I've obtained the knowledge that I need to start my own little business.
How was the trainer?
Amazing. I don't know, that's short for words. Great. Fantastic.
What did you like most about the class?
That I feel like probably being in the industry for 5 years, I've attended hydrofacials, I've attended OSEA, cosmetics, all kinds of lines, Skin Medica, SkinCeuticals trainings, and this is by far the most, I feel like I'm getting my money's worth, and I'm also learning more than what I thought I knew. So I think this was a fantastic training. I would definitely recommend anybody take this class.
How do you feel now that you've completed advanced microblading training?
Actually feeling really confident. Yeah, I feel like I can almost like jump right into it.
Well, where are you going to take this?
Hopefully gonna apply it some places and get hired on.
Okay. What'd you like most about the class and why?
It was super fun and informative at the same time. It's like all packed in and it's all like nonstop. There's a lot of time, but none of it's wasted, and it's all just, it's so good.
Would you recommend this class to anyone and why?
Sure. You get your money's worth, to be honest. Like, and you learn everything that you need to. You learn all the legal stuff. You learn like the strokes. You learn all the techniques that you need to.
Yeah.
You get all of your supplies, which is great.
How do you feel now that you've completed advanced microblading training?
I feel really good. I feel very smart, I guess. Information was definitely really good that I got. I think that if I were to go anywhere else, I wouldn't have learned as much as I did in this experience. And even though it was a short amount of time, I did benefit from all of the information being thrown at me at once, because now I can look at it myself.
What did you like about class this week?
Honestly, I think my favorite thing was the people, because I think it's one thing to be able to learn information, but being able to build relationships with something that not a lot of people are doing is really good. And the fact that we're all kind of scattered around too is cool, because now if I ever need help with anything, I'm always gonna have people to network with, and I like that a lot.
Would you recommend this class to anyone and why?
I would recommend this class to everyone that I know that would be interested in doing something like this.
How was your instructor, Brittany, for the class?
She was the best. She was amazing. She definitely was so informative, but also fun and sweet and just all around the best.
How do you feel now that you've completed the advanced microblading training, and what are you going to do now?
I'm extremely excited that I have finished my microblade training. I cannot wait to go home and start working in my salon and add this extra service to the services I already do.
How was your instructor, Erin?
Erin was amazing. She made everything so comfortable. She answered every single question, was very in-depth about everything, and made it very exciting. She gave me the confidence to be able to do my models without being nervous.
And what did you like most about the class?
Also loved that in just 3 days I have the confidence to do microblading. After doing my first live model, the results were amazing. My model was so happy, and it's just exciting.
And would you recommend the class to others, and why?
Absolutely. It's very in-depth, it's very comfortable. You can ask anything, you know that you're going to get the correct answer, and I would tell anybody who wants to do microblading, the World Microblading.
Part of this.
So how do you feel that now you complete the microblading class, and what are you planning to do from now on?
I feel really secure now because having all this training from A through C is giving me like a whole concept of what microblading is. And I'm going to be starting my own business maybe next month.
What did you like the most about the class?
What I like the most is it's really detailed. It gives you like PowerPoint, pictures, videos, and then the teacher, really detail every enhancement of the video or the PowerPoint. And if we have any questions, she answers it all the way.
How was your instructor?
She was a really awesome lady. She's great, and every question that we had, she always answered from the beginning to the end.
Would you recommend the class?
I will, definitely I will.
How do you feel now that you have completed the class, and what do you plan to do now?
I'm ready, nervous, ready, but
you're excited.
Exactly.
You're excited.
I was prepared.
Yes.
Yes.
Beautiful, beautiful. How was your trainer?
Oh my goodness. First of all, her patience level is like her superpower. Because I lost patience with myself.
Oh no.
And it's crazy because even though it was a classroom of people, it felt like it was a one-on-one training.
Oh, wow.
Which is crazy. Like you're in class with other people learning the same information, but we all feel as though it's one-on-one training.
Oh.
And she just amazing.
What did you like most about the class?
The clinical aspect of it. Like it's not just book work. You actually doing what you're learning.
Would you recommend the class? If so, why?
Yes, I would recommend it. First of all, the information that you learn. You don't realize the stuff that goes with microblading.
Yeah.
I literally thought it's just teaching you how to do stroke. But definitely, them one-day courses, you probably, that 5-day course, we learn everything. Every day we learn something.
Now that you've completed your training, what are you going to do next?
Well, I need to get my license, and I'm really excited to start this new career and to make women pretty.
What was your favorite part of the training?
I would say, I like Simone, you training that she take the time to explain to you and kind of be tough, but good because that way you can learn.
Perfect. And what did you like most about the training?
Oh my God, make eyebrows. You never thought that they go hair by hair. You just thought I thought it was a tattoo, but no, they look amazing.
Would you recommend the training?
100%. Yeah.
How do you feel now that you have completed the class, and what are your plans to do now?
I feel great. My plan is to start working at a salon
Yes.
called Tattoo Places to see if I can rent a room because they already have the sanitation and everything